back here at the camper again. Had an idea. We had an idea for another type of modification that we could do. Pretty windy out here today. So, okay, this table over here, we are finding that it is not being used with those really big chairs and stuff. And also, we thought about maybe modifying the thing. First, we were thinking about taking the table out altogether. But the basic idea that we're thinking of is, see, we have these two stools right here. So what we're thinking about doing is leaving the pedestal of the table where it is, turning the table sideways on the pedestal, the other direction, which will take a little bit of thing, and then raising it about 6 inches, which would make it about countertop height. If that's the case, then it can be used for kitchen prep, things like that. Dee could actually, from a handicap standpoint, this would be great because she could sit down and on one of these stools. And then if we wanted to sit at the counter, we would have these taller stools that we could use. Easier than expected. Well, here we go. Got the two chairs out of the camper and into the car. And these will be going to Goodwill shortly. Close the door. Okay. Let's see what we've got up under here. Take the screws out of the platform into those boards and leave that platform attached to the top of the pedestal. Add 6 inches of wood between the tabletop and the pedestal. Sounds like an idea. We've unscrewed the table here, and I turned it around sideways just to get an idea about where it could be placed. We want to scoot it a little more toward the window. We're going to raise it up 6 inches and then scoot it a little more toward the window. And that's actually quite stable, even though it's off center, but it's going to be screwed in, so it won't be a problem. But it gives you a situation where you can walk straight through here whenever the slide is closed. And also, it's going to be countertop height because we're going to raise it up some too. And when the slide is out, you're going to have 3 feet or more, 3 or 4 feet between the counter and the table. So I want to take this table home and kind of play around with it a little bit. Now here's something that was pretty cool. Somebody signed their name up under here whenever they put this thing together. That's pretty cool. It's a 2017 camper. It was assembled in 2016 at some point. And that's one of the workers, I'm guessing. That's some initials and got a date. Yay! There's the table in the car. We'll take it home. I spend a day or two figuring out how we're going to raise the thing up with some more wood, and then we'll be all set. Back to the camper. Now it's time to install that table. See how this works out. What we did. So let's take it inside. Here's the end result. You can see now that it is actually slightly higher than the countertop. And now we've actually got a space we can walk through between here whenever the slide is closed. It is off center from the pedestal. There's more of it toward the back than there is toward the front, but when we're standing there, the cutting board will sit right over top of that pedestal, so any pressure we put downward on the table is going to work that way. And so it's I think the stools are going to make a big difference in how it is to sit around this table. We may be able to use the stools on the ends because there still seems to be quite a bit of room back here. Not much less than what we had before, although I'm sure it's somewhat less. But with the stool not reaching the tabletop, there'll be more of that. But everything's better. It's as sturdy as it ever was before. Okay, folks, here's what it looks like with the slide open. Look at all that space. Talk about accessibility and stuff. And so this is the final finishing touch to the table modification that we raised it up and turned it sideways, and these stools are going to work really well with it, looks like. You can also take up less space in those big chairs. So we are excited.